Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Senior Cat Wellness. Today, it's all about that numbers game. How many cats are simply too many under the same roof? Maybe you already have one or two, and perhaps you see a post online where you can get another cat, a rescue cat, and you say, yeah, let's do it, but on the other side of you, maybe your heart says yes, but your mind is saying, is this too many? Is this too much? Well, today we're going to break it down, the sort of the truth about owning multiple cats and the sign that you have perhaps hit your max, hit that limit, and how to know when just adding another cat could make life a lot harder for not only you but also for your other pets. Let's start with a short answer. Well, of course, there is no magic number. What makes a home too full? Well, it all depends on what you think is too full. Some people thrive and are just fine with one cat. Others can manage six, seven, eight, 10 just fine, no issues. A lot of cats for sure, but no major issues. It's just about it's not always just about the quantity, it's about the quality, right? How much space you have, the quality of care. And are the cats, are they getting along with each other, and are they all getting along with you? The real question here isn't really how many in terms of a numbers game. It's how many cats can you care for properly in a respectful and responsible manner. That's really the question here. So let's break that part of this equation down. The first thing to consider is space. Cats are very territorial, and even the friendliest of cats, they need their own thing. They got to have their own thing going. So they need their own space, a spot where they can individually get away, retreat, nap, and play, and feel safe on their own, under your roof, but on their own. The general rule of thumb here is that each cat should have access to their own area, their own private area, whatever that is and wherever that is in your home. Think of it like a hotel, right? There's rooms, there's different rooms. It's not everybody's just not in the same space. So think of it that way. Your cat needs their own private area. Cat trees, window perches, or if they have a space alone, they sort of need their own little thing carved out just for them. I talk often about a cat-friendly environment, and if you've got five, six, seven, eight, nine cats, you certainly need a cat-friendly environment. In terms of understanding a negative in this regard and with respect to space, your cats are constantly sort of passing in the night and avoiding each other, and the only time they sort of come together is to fight over territory. It could be a sign that you've reached your max in terms of this numbers game. Next up, let's talk about resources. This is a big one, right? Every cat not only should have their own little retreating spot, but perhaps even bigger than that, they should obviously have their own essentials. One litter box per cat, one food bowl, one water area. We're not sharing everything. The same goes for, like I said, food and scratching posts and napping areas, not just retreat play areas, but napping spaces. When you have to share too much, you start to see stress and anxiety break out amongst the group here, amongst the cats, and you're going to begin to get stressed and anxious if you aren't already by that point. So, hiding away and aggression, they only come together to mix it up, and that's not good. So you've gone from a happy house with multiple cats to just under a roof with just a bunch of cats who aren't really seeing eye to eye because they don't have their individual resources. Next up, let's talk about time and attention. Very important. I'm always talking about that mental and physical enrichment and how important it all is. The cats, of course, are very independent, but they obviously need that regular daily interaction. And the more cats you have, it's harder for you and your family to really give each cat the attention they need. You sort of just spend a little time with one, a little time with the other, and you're doing the best you can. But cats need quality time, individual quality time, and time and attention. That can factor into vet visits and perhaps you play with three of the cats on one day, and you might miss a day, and the other two or three cats are sort of get left out. It might become, whether you mean to or not, you might start to play favorites in a group of five. Maybe there's two that get all the love and attention, and the other three are just sort of there. Hey, it can happen. So if you notice that is starting to happen, there's the collective of everything that I just mentioned. That could be a sign that, hey, you've reached your limit, and no matter what the number actually is, so if you start to feel this way and you know your time and attention is getting stretched thin, hey, that could be a sign that you've got too many, or you're attempting to care for too many. And let's talk about money. That could be the elephant in the room here. Everything I just described, hey, it's not free. Food, litter, flea treatments, vet bills, everything in between that I'm leaving out. I mean, it's a lot of money. Just take 30 days and let's take 30 days and let's take five cats. I mean, the math is there, and it doesn't look pretty. A lot of cat owners initially underestimate how expensive having multiple cats can really become over the course of a month or 6 months or a whole calendar year, especially if a cat gets sick, even on the best of days, on the best of a 30-day period. That's a lot of money, but when you throw in things you didn't expect, you got to bump that up, perhaps double it or even triple it, depending on what's taking place. So if you're already stretching your budget to make ends meet with your 4 or 5 cats, you could easily sort of go out of bounds in regards to what you want to spend if something really bad happens, like an illness. When we think beyond that space and the money it costs, it's all about another factor. Is we had I touched on it a little bit earlier, but living in peace, right? Do you have a bunch of cats, just a numbers game, or they're just a bunch of cats under your roof, or is everyone living peacefully? Because there's a huge difference between having some animals and it all working out. So cats form social sort of hierarchies, a pecking order. We see this a lot in the wild, and I say even the wild. If you live in a neighborhood, you probably know if there are cats that roam your neighborhood, you probably know who the boss is, and the other cats sort of answer to the boss. You sort of know the pecking order just by general observation. So if you have the space and all the supplies that you need to make this happen, that's obviously wonderful. But the one thing that money and space and all of that can't buy is this peace and harmony and happiness amongst the group. Cats are very social butterflies. So, and others might, personality-wise, prefer to be alone and have solitude. So there could be a bad mix, a negative mix in terms of the cats being content. They could all be under your roof and you're happy, but they're not. They're not getting along. So keep that in mind. It's not about the numbers game, and even if you can afford it financially, if the cats aren't getting along, hey, that could be a sign that you just have too many. On the flip side, there are many times, of course, when multiple cats thrive together. Litter mates, bonded pairs, similar temperament, but some cats are certainly happier than others with a group. Some are happier independent. So keep that in mind when you're making your decision. Overall, it's not about the number, as we can see. It's about whether you can give each cat the care they need, the space they need, the attention, emotional support they need. If your cats are relaxed and healthy and all is well, they're getting along, that's what you're looking for. And if you have that in this, you can hear the sound of my voice, and you have that, you found the great balance that other people will probably be jealous of. But if your home is chaotic, let's be honest, it doesn't smell as pleasant because you've got 5 or 6 litter boxes going on here, and the cats seem very anxious and tense, and every day you really don't know what to expect, and they don't know what to expect from you and their environment. Could be time to pause before you add another cat to the mix. At the end of the day, in the big picture, it's just about being responsible. That goes for whether you have 1 cat or 10. It's about putting them first, putting their well-being before your wants and needs, because after all, you are in charge of a life. I think sometimes it could be even easy to overlook that you're responsible for their care and they're depending on you. If they're not going outside and visiting other folks in the neighborhood, all that they have is what you give them under your roof. And if you've got 6, 7, or 8 cats, that needs to be an even share here. Everybody should have their own thing and their own attention, and each cat should feel loved and also very calm and stress-free. So what makes a great pet parent is one of the biggest reasons is knowing your limits and learning to create a healthy and happy environment that everybody can enjoy and love. To the wonderful audience of Senior Cat Wellness, the ball, you could have a whole team. I say the ball's in your court, you could have a whole basketball team, depending on how many cats you have. But you already likely know the question I'm about to ask. How many cats do you own? And regardless of that number, do you feel there really is a maximum number? Within reason, of course. How many cats do you think are too many in your opinion? A comment section, as always, it's all yours. And if you found this content helpful and enjoyable and informative, please give the video a like and share it out and subscribe to us right here at Senior Cat Wellness. Until next time, we will talk to you later.